Good morning. We're going to start our class today just standing nice and tall, our feet under our hips, tailbone pulled under, pull the navel in. Give yourself a couple of nice deep breaths, really expanding with your inhale. As you exhale, soften. Nice deep breaths. Release everything, let everything go. On your next inhale, start to take your shoulders and roll them up. Exhale as you let them slide down and under. And then go ahead and reverse direction on that. And go ahead and pull the shoulders up close to the ears. Exhale, release down. Inhale, pull up. Exhale. And once more, pull up really nice and high. Exhale, release. Give yourself a couple of nice deep breaths again. Filling up the lungs, expanding the ribcage. Exhale, soften, let it all go. On the next inhale, start to take your arms out and up. Push into the fingertips all the way. Exhale, push out and down. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, push out and down. Inhale, reach up. Last time we're going to hold. Maybe clasp your hands together. Push into the feet and reach up. You're stretching your body in two different directions. Lengthening, stretching, opening. Exhale to one side. And if I'm turning to the left, your right leg is pushing into the ground. Really lengthen the side of the body. Inhale, stretch up through the center again, and exhale, opposite side. So now moving to the right, I'm pushing into my left leg, lengthening the side of the body. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, turn your body to one side, one arm out front, one behind you. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, turn your body to the opposite side, one arm out front, one behind you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Inhale, stretch yourself to the ceiling again, reaching up. Exhale, sweep your body down. Feel free to swing here. Keep the neck soft. No particular place you need to be, just breathe and open up. And then go ahead and soften the knees and bring yourself up gently. Head and neck last to come up. Give yourself a nice breath. You can bring your hands together at your back. Roll the shoulders open and bring yourself into a gentle back bend. Inhale, bring yourself back up softly. Give yourself a nice breath right here. Go ahead and step out into a nice wide-legged stance. We're going to bring our arms up, shoulder height, pushing into the palms, and just swing the spine out a little bit. Just getting a little bit of lubrication into the spine, working out any kinks. Just enjoying that free swing. And then come back to center. Reach up through the middle of the body. Stretching up through the center. Back arm just trailing. And reverse. Stretch up through the center again. Back arm just trailing. Go ahead and come back down. Give yourself a nice breath. Inhale, arms back up, shoulder height again. We're going to turn out one foot and we're going to tip ourselves over sideways into your version of triangle. Inhale up. So it doesn't matter how far down you go. You want to stay in that side tip stance. You don't want to move forward or backwards at all. You want to make sure that your body stays within the two panes of imaginary glass. So exhale, tip, Inhale up. Exhale, tip. Inhale up. Exhale, tip and hold. You can flex your knee here if you need. You can bring your arm down to your waist if you need. Whatever works for you so that you're being able to hold this pose. Gaze is down on your toes or up at your fingertips. Breath is soft, and you're simply holding wherever your body lets you hold. And inhale, bring yourself back up to center. Feet forward, give yourself a nice breath. Opposite side now, turn out the other foot and exhale, tip yourself over. Inhale, come back. Exhale, tip yourself over. Inhale, come back. Exhale, tip yourself over. Inhale, come back. We're going to hold. Tip yourself over and hold. Again, maybe you want to flex your knee. Maybe you want to pull this arm in. Keeping the breathing gentle. Just hold yourself. Gaze is down on your toes or up at your fingertips. Try not to make it straight ahead. Keep the breathing gentle. And inhale, go ahead and come back up. Toes forward, give yourself a nice breath. We're going to release all the way down onto the mat. If you need to put a few blocks here, you can do that. Keeping the breath gentle and making sure there's no tension in the spine. We're going to inhale, one arm up, overhead, gaze follows. Exhale, release. Inhale, other arm up. Exhale, release. Inhale, up. Exhale, release. Inhale, up. Exhale, release. We're going to inhale up and hold. So if your gaze follows, let it and just hold that arm extended and breathe. Exhale, release down. Give yourself a moment. Inhale, opposite arm up and hold. Exhale, release. We're going to walk our hands to one of our feet. Give yourself a nice breath. When you're ready, walk your hands to the opposite foot. And then back to center and stretch under your legs just wherever you go. No particular place you need to be. Just allowing the stretch to happen. And then back to center, walking your feet together maybe and bringing yourself up softly. So meeting back and standing, give yourself a nice breath. And once again, just make sure your feet are hip width apart for this next one. We're going to inhale the arms up, exhale forward halfway. Inhale up, squat down to chair. Inhale up, exhale forward halfway. Inhale up, chair. Inhale up, exhale forward. Inhale up, exhale chair. Inhale up, halfway forward. Inhale up, exhale chair. Moving through this at your own pace, keeping the breath gentle and just breathing if it doesn't happen in this pattern. We're going to come down and hold our chair. So squatting down, holding the chair, breathing is soft, you're pressing into the ground. You can keep your hands folded here, you can place them on your knees, you can extend them out, you can pull them out so that your elbows are at a right angle. Whatever works for you in this moment, keep the breathing gentle. And then go ahead and bring your hands together. If they're not, sending your arms back up to the ceiling. And exhale forward halfway and hold. You're trying to keep your torso parallel to the ground. It is challenging with the arms out, so again, you can pull them in. You can also place them on your waist. You want a nice long back, long neck. If you need to, you can flex your knees. So wherever you are today, holding this, keeping the breath soft again. And then exhale, let yourself just flop forward, knees soft, just dangling, and bring yourself up gently. Give yourself a nice breath. Extend your arms out to the side and go ahead and look over one shoulder. Come back, look over the opposite shoulder. And go ahead and come back. Give yourself a nice breath. I'm going to go ahead and move into a balanced pose. So bringing the knee up and then pushing out behind you. Bringing the knee up, pushing out behind you. Hands are wherever you need them for your balance. Keep the breathing soft. If you need to grab a wall or a chair or something, please do that. We're just working all the muscles that keep us tall and nice. And then going ahead and ready to hold. So you can hold it right here with your knee flexed. You can push out behind you and hold there. So wherever you want to hold today, just extending and holding. Any micro movements that happen to keep yourself stable and tall, those are all good. Let those happen. And go ahead and release down. Give yourself a breath. When you're ready, other side. Inhale the knee up. Exhale, push it out behind you. Moving at your own pace. Keep the breathing gentle. Make sure you're breathing. Feel free to grab a chair, grab a wall, table, whatever works. And then when you're ready, you're going to go ahead and either hold right here or hold extended out behind you. Breathing gentle. Just find a spot on the ground in front of you and just hold. And go ahead and bring it back down, step it out. We're going to move into breath of joy, starting with the inhale up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, inhale again, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, last time, inhale, inhale. Go ahead and come back to standing. Give yourself a nice breath. We're going to move sideways for down dog. So just extending the arms upwards, reaching back down and moving into your down dog. We're starting with walking the dog. So just pushing into one foot at a time, alternating sides. And then go ahead and come to a still down dog. You're pushing your hips into the ceiling. Your shoulders and hips are moving further away from each other. Nice, long, deep inhale. Exhale, soften, and go ahead and release to all fours. We're going to go ahead and try to get your hands beneath your shoulders best as you can. Knees are beneath the hips best you can. We're going to go ahead and cat-cow at your own pace. So exhale when you're pushing the spine up, curling the tailbone under. Inhale when you're lifting the chin and the tailbone. Moving at your own pace. Exhale, inhale. Really freeing up any motion in the spine, releasing any stuckness. Let it all go. Come back to center. Take your chin over one shoulder. Take a look and find your tailbone if you can. Just reaching over with your gaze. Come back, opposite side. And go ahead and come back to center. We're going to go ahead and extend one leg out to the side, behind us, to the side, back, and down. Inhale up, side, back, and down. Move over a little bit. Inhale up, extend, back, down. 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 We're going to go ahead and extend and hold. Keep the breathing gentle, just extending the leg and holding. If you feel you want to challenge yourself, go ahead and extend the other arm out and hold. Keep the breath soft. And go ahead and release down. Give yourself a nice breath. Line yourself up again so that your hands are under your shoulders, knees under the hips. Extend the leg out and hold. Again, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit, go ahead and extend out the opposite arm. Soft breathing, nice long limbs. Make sure they're not like drippy or falling. Keep it all nice and long and strong. And exhale, release down. Wide knees, we're going to push back to child. Let the belly come through. Tug on the mat a little bit. And go ahead and inhale, come back up. And give yourself a nice stretch. We're going to ride up onto the knees. And just come into a really gentle back bend. So pulling the toes under, just go ahead and if your hands go so that your fingertips are up, place them on your back. Otherwise, go ahead and place them this way, opening up at the elbows and just pushing the hips forward. If it's okay with your neck, go ahead and let the head kind of fall backwards. If that doesn't feel comfortable, just push the hips out. A nice, gentle camel, giving yourself a back stretch, holding that. And then exhale, release back down into your child. Go ahead and come back up, cross your feet behind you and move into seated. Go ahead and grab your knees and move the spine back and forth. Coming back up to center. We're going to take one hand, place it on the opposite knee and look over your shoulder. You're not tugging on the knee at all. You're just gazing over your shoulder, hand is placed there. And then reverse that. And go ahead and come back to center. We're going to extend our legs out in front of us. If you need to, you can lean back, place your weight on your hands. If you're okay, sit nice and tall and go ahead and roll out your ankles. This is something we should do every day for our feet. All day long, they take care of us. This just helps all that blood circulation move up the legs, stretches the toes as you push them out, and the heels. Push the toes and the heels and wriggle the toes. Get some blood in there as well. Squish them and wriggle them. Squish them and wriggle them. Give yourself a nice breath. We're going to inhale, lengthen the body, exhale forward. Inhale, lengthen the body, stretch upwards, exhale forward. Inhale, stretch to the ceiling, exhale forward. Once more, inhale, stretch, really lengthen. Exhale, come forward and hold. You're holding wherever you can hold today. Maybe you want a strap or a tie or a towel, that's fine. Just lengthen yourself and hold wherever you're comfortable with the breath soft. Imagine on each inhale that your spine is getting longer. As you exhale, imagine you're getting a little bit deeper into the pose. Keep breathing. Allow the stretch to happen. Allow your spine to open up, the backs of the legs to stretch. And inhale, come up gently. You should feel a little bit taller. Go ahead and bring one leg in. You can leave it right here or cross it over. You're going to give it a hug with the opposite arm. Place the other hand behind you and look over your shoulder. Go ahead and come back, other side. Pull the knee in. You can leave it here or you can cross it over. You're going to give it a hug with the opposite arm and go ahead and look over your shoulder. Back arm is supporting you. And go ahead and come back. Give yourself a nice breath. We're going to go ahead and actually pull the feet in close to the body. Lengthen from the sternum and go ahead and butterfly. And then go ahead and push down on the knees. Just an imaginary push, not a real push. And let them try to reach the mat. And go ahead and release. We're going to spin around for spinal rolls. So if you don't like rolling on your spine, you're going to grab your shins and move the spine back and forth. If you're okay with spinal rolls, inhale back, exhale forward. And last one, go ahead and stretch your legs and gently bring your legs to the mat. You can bring them down together and straight, or you can flex your knees, or one at a time, or whatever you need to do for yourself, bringing your legs to the mat at your pace. Give yourself a nice breath as you settle onto your mat. When you're ready, bring your arms out in a T. You're going to inhale one or both knees up and exhale, drop the knee or knees across the body. Head is facing the opposite direction. Inhale back to center. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale back to center. Give yourself a nice breath. We're going to extend our arms overhead and bring opposite sides together on the exhale. So right arm, left leg, inhale, open. Left arm, right leg, inhale, open. Moving at your own pace, trying to press the navel into the mat as you move. You don't have to do it fast. You can do it at whatever speed works for your body right now. One more on each side. Go ahead and pull the knees into the chest and roll that out. We're going to plant our feet close to the body, hip width apart. And we're going to go ahead and push up to bridge 4 times and hold number 5. Your hands can stay by your side, or they can be overhead, or you can move them overhead with each lift. So completely up to you how you do this. When you're ready to hold, move your hands wherever you're comfortable holding for a couple of breaths. So feet are hip width apart, and we're going to hold. So I'm just going to go ahead and wriggle my shoulders under my body and push my hands into the mat. Push the hips up and hold here. Keep the breathing gentle As you hold, imagine your hips go higher with each inhale. Keep the chin tucked, back of the neck long, breath soft. Reach a little bit higher and then exhale. Come down softly. Windshield wiper the knees. Go ahead and place one foot on the opposite thigh. You're going to push on the knee here, or you can pull both legs in and hook them to you. And then go ahead and switch. Go ahead and release. You're going to move your hands under your hips. Keep the chin tucked. We're going to go ahead and pull the knees into the chest. Push the heels up. Exhale, lower the legs. Again, lower them so that you are breathing gently. You can lower them together or one at a time, or flex knees. You can also, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit, lift your legs straight up and come down. So again, at your own pace, breathing gentle. You're exhaling as you're lowering the legs. And last time, pull the knees into the chest, roll that out. Go ahead and extend your legs back out on the mat. Take your arms overhead, plant them, and walk your heels to one corner of the mat. And then walk your heels to the opposite corner of the mat. So kind of a banana asana. Go ahead, walk back to center. Give yourself a breath, and when you're ready, we're going to bring ourselves over onto our belly. So go ahead and start with your your elbows under your shoulders, hands nice and wide, Spider-Man style. Your legs are lengthening away from the body. Your shoulder blades are pulling back and together, and your gaze is straight ahead. So right now, everything should feel engaged in your body. Breath is gentle, and you're getting a nice, soft back stretch. And then go ahead and release that down. Give yourself a nice breath. We're going to move our hands to our lower back. We're going to keep the legs together and strong, pressing into the mat. We're going to inhale up, extend one leg or one arm out. Exhale, come back. Inhale up, extend, exhale, release. 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 And let yourself go. Maybe the head goes to one side. Give yourself a nice breath. Pull our hands by our armpits, roll the shoulders open. Push yourself to cobra or sphinx. Exhale, release or seal. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, push. Exhale. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, push. Keep the neck lifted out of the shoulders. You don't want to be scrunched up over here. Keep it nice and long. Shoulder blades pulling back and together. Chest is open. Breath is soft. You can release this or hold it. If you'd like to, you can also take a look over your shoulder. Come back. Take a look over the opposite shoulder. Come back to center and maybe push back to child. Wide knees. Tug on the mat a little bit so that you're getting a nice stretch in your arms. Inhale, go ahead and come back up. We're going to move into Shavasana. So that is where you get to the body transformation happens. That's where your body digests the poses that you've just done, where it uses that energy and makes the changes. So it's extremely important to do Shavasana, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Preferably it's about 10 to 15 minutes, but just give yourself the time you need to let your body transform. And we're going to go ahead and lie back, palms face up, feet slightly apart, let the toes fall to the sides. And you're just going to go ahead and settle yourself onto the mat and let yourself watch your breath. So you're just watching as you inhale, watching as you exhale. Your thoughts will wander. Gently call them back to your breath. And you can pause the video here and just let yourself be in Shavasana. When you're ready to come back up, you're going to go ahead and gently pull your knees into your chest, roll it out side to side, and maybe bring yourself to one side, push yourself up, coming back into seated. We'll do a couple of breathing techniques, starting with just a long, deep breath. So just sitting nice and tall, comfortably. You can put a cushion under your hips if you need one, or a block. Just making sure that you're tall and comfortable. Start by just loosening up the neck with your head to one side, other side, up, down, and around. And as you move into your long, deep breath, watch as your breath goes into your nostrils, into your throat, upper chest, and let it expand your belly. As you exhale, let the belly soften. Watch as the breath leaves your chest into the throat and out the nostrils. Once more, into the nostrils, into the throat. Let the chest expand, let the belly expand in that order. As you exhale, let the belly soften, let the chest soften. Watch as the breath leaves your throat into the nostrils. And we'll continue with alternate nostril breathing. So just bringing your first 2 fingers, folding them in, using your thumb and the back 2 fingers, ring finger and little finger. We're going to go ahead and first close off the left nostril, breathing in through the right one. Closing off both and then exhaling through the left. Closing off the left, inhaling through the left, closing off, exhaling through the right, closing off, inhale through the right, close it off, exhale through the left, close it off, inhale through the left, close it off, exhale through the right, close it off, inhale through the right, close it off, exhale through the left, close it off, inhale through the left, close it off, exhale through the right. Go ahead and move in that pattern, if you can, for about 2 to 3 minutes. And as you progress and understand the pattern and it becomes less of a thought and more just of an action, go ahead and extend the exhale so that it's twice the inhale. For example, if you're inhaling to the count of 2, exhale to the count of 4. And your close off or your hold, where you're retaining your breath, that you can maintain the same as your inhale. So if you're inhaling at 2, hold at 2, exhale at 4. So just in that ratio, in that proportion, you'll continue that breathing pattern. And it's very helpful to integrate the 2 sides of the brain, the 2 sides of the body, just our daily functioning. It's very powerful. And so start with 2 or 3 minutes, and then if you can, take it up to 10 minutes. It's remarkable in how powerful it is. So we're going to go ahead and finish off now. Humming as an exhale, extending the hum as long as possible, and focusing on a third eye or in a light towards the back of the head. Thank you for coming to my yoga class.